There's the machine. There's the drive belt. I just took it off. I just literally grabbed it and it snapped. It's all completely screwed. It's all lacerated. There's all lacerations everywhere on it. So I just ripped it off. So at the moment it's got no drive belts. None. So there's only 3 belts anyway. The main drive belt goes around the flywheel and that hooks onto there. Then I've got the other one, that's the take-up spool. So there we go. Another one there, so that goes from there to there. And there's another way, I don't have to take all this off now, which is great because that's a big job. There's an easy way to do it through the bottom of the flywheel. There's a little panel, you take it off and you slip the belt through and hook it over. So I'm going to give that a go today. There's the drive belts, brand new, all the way from Italy. Got it today. I only ordered it beginning of the week. It came in a week. So there we go. They even give you a little bill. That's law in Italy. Anything you buy in Italy, you got to get a bill. Even a coffee in the bar, you've got to get a bill. No matter what it is, you know, that's law in Italy. They call it a scontrino. Scontrino is a little bill. And you've got to have one by law. So there we go. Yep, so there's the drive belts. They actually gave me 4, I don't know why, because it only takes 3. So I've emailed the guy, I said, are you sure they're the right belts? Well, actually what I did, I measured the old one and it's 13 millimeters, and this one's just slightly smaller than that, which is good because it's got a stretch. The other one was too loose. So that's the big one there. This one here, that's the drive belt. That's the take-up one for the take-up reel on the right. So it so when you run the tape, it takes up the tape on the right hand side. Otherwise, the tape will go all over the place. So that's the take-up spool. And one of these is the counter one, and I'm not sure which one yet until I actually get underneath it. Is this the same size? Now, one's actually slightly larger than the other. Maybe this is like a universal set for Grundig. So maybe some Grundigs actually come with 4 belts, and maybe the counter belt is slightly bigger on some models. So I think it should be alright. I bought belts from them before from my Tandberg tape recorders, and they've all fitted perfectly. So I think it's just like a universal set for Grundigs, and they just give you other belt, you know, in case you need it. So there we go. So that's all going in today, and I should give you a demonstration either tonight or tomorrow, depends on how long it takes for me to do it. It should be a fairly quick job, but I'm going to do other things like clean all the heads up, and mind you, I'd already done that, didn't I? Actually, what I did do, can you see that tiny spring in there? That little spring. Now that wasn't there, and there's a band. That little band's a little plastic strip that's got a little tiny felt pad on it, and that actually touches the head, and that was just hanging because I looked at another machine on YouTube somewhere, and there should be a spring holding that little band, pulling it across. So I looked in my little spare parts box, and I found this tiny little spring, but I had to cut it and modify it because it was too long. So anyway, done it now, and it works a treat. So when I put it into play, the pad goes in position, it comes away. So I've done that. And what else? Oh yeah, and that, so the little felt pad there on the left hand side, that little beige, you know, what's it, brown colour, I don't know, whatever it is, that little brown pad. There should be a little white sleeve of felt that goes over there, and what it does, it rests on the raise head, and that was missing. So what I've done, I've got some we call it stuff used for furniture. So I cut a small little piece exactly the right size and stuck it on with glue, and it works beautifully. I've already tried it, it works great. So I've done that. See, the thing is, when you mess about with vintage audio, you've got to be inventive, because a lot of stuff, you've got parts missing, and obviously you can't buy the parts anymore. So you've got to be inventive. Just ask Rosie about it, she'll know all about that. You've got to be inventive when you fix vintage audio. You've got to know what you're doing. What was that? You hear that? That's a train at the back. Oh yeah. So there we go. So I should get this all working, and this is the hi-fi version, hi-fi stereo version, which is quite a rare Grundig machine. So brilliant. This is going to work beautiful. I've already tried the amplifier out, and there's nothing wrong with the components. I don't need to change any of those components, they're all working. Some people, they just change components for the sake of it, but you know what, that's the wrong thing to do, because the way I look at it, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Simple as that. That's my policy anyway. Why change parts unnecessarily when it's still okay? Pointless. But there we go. Alright then, so anyway, hope you enjoyed this little tour of this machine. Again, this is going to be a part 3, I think, isn't it? I'll call it a part 3. And the part 4 will be the final one when it's all reassembled and working, and I'll find an appropriate tape. What I'll have to do is record a tape, some royalty free stuff from YouTube, like maybe Tchaikovsky's 1810 Overture, and put that onto tape. Just use a demo tape, that's what I need, so I don't get any copyright warnings and stuff. There we go. So yep, this machine's all cleaned up, cleaned all the dust out, and it's ready to go really. Just put these belts on and set to go. There we go. Alright then, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye for now.